Okay guys, so for the next bit we're going to draw onto this surface here. Now when we draw in Fusion we create things called sketches. If we come into this panel here and just click, we've got something called Sketch 1 and you can see from the light bulb that it's currently switched off. If we switch it on we will see our blue lines. That's our Sketch 1. Can you see back there? Okay. That was where we did the lines and we did the fillet and we did the offset. And the reason they've turned off is because in Fusion, as soon as you create a body, which is a 3D element, the sketch turns off because it assumes that you don't want to see that anymore. Okay, so if we come in here, we can turn off things like the body and just see the sketch, or we can turn off the sketch and just see the body. Okay. So that's how that little bit works. And what we're going to do now, to turn that sketch off, what we're going to do now is we're going to create a second sketch, and the second sketch is going to be on this surface. So you'll need to click your button here that says Create Sketch, and it will offer you up those same three planes as before. Do you want the plan view or the front view or the side view? Well, actually, we want to put it onto this face. So I'm going to click the front face of my photo frame. And now when we draw, we're drawing directly onto that. I'm going to press R for a rectangle. I'm going to start it in this top corner here and pull it out to the bottom. And you can see from the height, it's saying 97 point something. I'm going to just change that to 95. And the width is saying 85, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to press enter and lock that in place. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to press O for offset, and then I'm going to move the pointer, my mouse pointer, just until you can see it highlighting in blue around the outside, and then I'm going to drag in and I'm going to type in my measurement. Let's say I had 17.5 on there, and then I'm going to click OK. All right, so that's now got me like an outer frame and the cutout for where my photo is going to go on top of my back piece there. Excuse me. Let's assume then, I'm just going to do a really simple frame. I'm going to take the line tool and I'm going to click from there and take it up to the top. I want to make sure that my distance is, or my angle is 90 millimeters. Let's just say I'll take a line this way, 90 millimeters, 90 degrees, sorry, I meant to say. Let's do that on that one. Let's just take another line tool and bring that down to the bottom there. Click enter. Let's take another line tool and put that up to the top there, like so. And then what else will I do? Let's take my line tool and I'm going to go from the center of that one to the straight across the center of that one. Make sure they're touching when you're doing these. Don't sort of stop them slightly short of the line because that will create you problems. So there you go. There you are. That's a pretty simple example. What else could I do? I know, I'll just put in a line. No, actually I'll stop there because otherwise it's going to take too long and you'll get bored. All right, so there you are. I've broken it up into the different parts of my frame that I wanted. Okay. What we're now going to do is we're going to extrude all of those so that it's got the thickness. At the moment, those are just lines. So I'm going to press escape to come out of what I'm doing. You'll see now in my sketch panel, I've got a second sketch. That second sketch is those lines I've just drawn. If I turn them off, if I turn sketch 2 off, you can see they all disappear. But they are there. Okay, sketch 1 we can't see. That was, remember, our first set of lines, but sketch 2 is what we're interested in now. So what's going to happen is as soon as we press extrude, and to extrude any one of these surfaces, remember what we said, when you extrude it will turn off sketch 2 and the other lines will seem to disappear. Let's try it and see if I'm right. So I'm going to click there. I want to pull it out by 3 millimeters because that's how thick acrylic is. And down here, be really, really careful. It's going to prompt you to say it's joining things. We don't want it to. We want it to be a new component so we can color it separately. Now, when I click OK, see what happens to the lines. Oof, they've all gone. Okay, so we can see our new piece there. Other lines have gone, and here we are. Sure enough, Sketch 2 switched off. Switch it back on. You'll only need to switch it on once, because now it's on, it will stay on, or it should. Let's see. Let's do the second one. I want that by 3mm. I want to make sure it's a new component. Click OK. Yes, it has. Click E again. I'm going to click there. I'm going to click 3mm. I'm going to make sure I'm saying it's a new component, and I'm going to click OK. Try on this one. Oops, sorry. E for extrude, click on the surface, 3mm, new component, and OK. And we've just got these last two to the bottom. Click E, click on the surface, 3mm, make sure that's set to new component, and click OK. And then last one, click E, click on that, 3mm, make sure it's set to new component, and click OK. All right. Now, what that's going to mean, we've now got all these components down here. The reason we want to do it that way, we can click off our Sketch 2 now if we want, and you can see by looking at that, that frame is now, you might want to change your view settings down here. If you come into your display settings and your visual style, you might say shaded with visible edges. That will now show you where all those different parts of acrylic are showing up, okay, on your frame. Anyway, what we can do now, because they're different components, we can color them differently, and that's what we're going to do in the next tutorial just to finish off. Okay, well done.